Hello student. In last lecture, we studied about the earth fault protection uh, for a transformer. Now we studied about the main protection which is generally provided to the transformer and which is whose name is differential protection of transformer. Okay, so percentage differential protection is used for a large power transformer above 5 MVA rating for the protection against the internal short circuit. It cannot detect the incipient fault. Okay, so this is the um, one of the important point that you have to keep in mind, that it cannot detect the incipient faults. Okay, or what is incipient fault? I already told in a first lecture that the incipient fault is a type of fault which is minor at the starting, but gradually it become a major fault. Okay, so differential protection is provided such like this. You can see the figure. We connected cities at the both side of the transformer, and we connected some coils between by using this cities connection. Okay, so uh, you can see here, this is lower level coils are the main coil, or we can say the operating coil, and this coils is which divided in two parts is a restraining coil. Okay, because this is a percentage differential protection, not a normal simple differential protection, so we have a restraining coil to overcome the some disadvantage which is associated with the city construction. Okay, so this is how we provide the differential protection. Okay, so now we discuss in the detail. Okay, the connection of differential protection is carried out in a such a way that under normal condition or external fault, the current flowing through the relay operating coil is zero. Both CT secondary currents are in opposite direction, that keeps the relay inoperative. But when any internal fault occur in a winding, the polarity of induced EMF of the one of the CT secondary gets reversed and has the current flowing through the relay operating coil is a non-zero. Okay, so now our relay is start operating. Okay, so to feed the same city secondary current in a relay operating coil, a city placed at the star side of the transformer are connected in a delta, and a city placed at the delta side of transformer are connected in star. Okay, so we altered these connections. Okay, for star delta connected transformer, always there is a phase shift of 30-degree in line currents, and above mentioned city secondary connection corrects this phase shift also. Okay, so why we connect this in alter position? Because to compensate the shift of 30-degree. Okay, zero sequence current flowing on star side of transformer does not produce current outside the delta side, outside the delta on the other side. Hence, zero sequence current should be eliminated through the star side. Okay, above mentioned city secondary connection also fulfills this condition. For star connected transformer, city secondary is connected in a delta mode, and when star point is not earthed, then in that condition CT secondary may be connected in a star on both the sides. If star connected transformer with the star point earthed and CT secondary are connected in a star, the relay operates for a external fault also. Okay, so differential protection relay settings for a transformer are kept higher than that of alternators. So operating coil setting is a 40% for a transformer and 10% for generator, and bias setting is a 10% for transformer and 5% for generator. So this is the difference between the transformer and alternator differential protection relay settings. The reason for higher setting for transformer protection are: transformer is provided with an on-load tap changer, but CT ratio cannot be changed with the varying transformer ratio. It is kept to suit the nominal voltage ratio of transformer. Hence, the for the tappings other than the nominal voltage, differential current flows through the relay operating coil during the load and external fault condition, and that's why we provide the higher settings. Okay, when a transformer is on no load, its primary draws no load current and secondary does not draw any current. Okay, so hence the differential uh, current flows through the relay operating coil and relay is kept at higher than the no load current. Okay, so we have to keep this we have to keep the settings higher than the no load current to uh, to restrict or to make the inoperative relay. Okay, so difficulties in operation of differential protection of transformer is that due to change in voltage rating of transformer primary and secondary, voltage rating of city used in primary and secondary are also different. Sometimes it is possible that the city on both the sides are from different manufacturers, and hence saturation characteristics of both the city side of city are not identical. Okay, so this is I already told that difficulties in differential protection is only that the cities, if cities is not identical, then it will create a fault. This non-identical city causes a higher differential current to flow through the relay operating coil for a heavy external fault, and this unwanted relay tripping is avoided by using the biased differential relay. Okay, so normal differential protection has a problem with this city, and if we provide the biased differential protection, then it will solve. Okay, so full load current on transformer on primary and secondary side are different. Different ratio on both the sides have to be selected so that the current in pilot wire are same on the both side. When transformer is loaded, primary draws the sum of rated current and no load current also. Okay, those CT ratios are selected considering the rated transformation ratio, hence some differential current always flow through the relay operating coil due to the no load current component of the primary current. Okay, so there is always present a no load current, so we have to take care of this no load current because it creates a problem. Okay, so it does not cause any problem to differential relay operation as the no load current of the transformer is 1 to 2% of rated current and basic setting. Okay, so we use, if we choose the pickup setting higher, relay set higher, then the small spill current does not create any problem. CT used for differential protection has a ratio errors at the normal rated current and at the inherent difference in the cities. Okay, so power transformer are always provided with the tappings to regulate the output voltage as required by loading condition, while CD ratio are selected on the basis of normal type. Once the type is changed, the pilot wire currents on the both sides no more remain same, and some differential current flows through the relay operating coil that may operate the relay, particularly for high through fault currents. Okay, so an instantaneous change in flux linkage in a power transformer causes a large magnetizing current to flow, especially when an unloaded transformer is energized or short circuit occurs at the loaded transformer and it is disconnected. Okay, so increased magnetizing current makes the large difference in a CT secondary current and maloperate the differential relay. So when the primary voltage of transformer exceeds the rated value, the magnetizing current also increase. And for large modern transformer, 20% increase in a voltage increase the magnetizing current 4 times. Okay, so this makes the large difference in CT secondary current and maloperate the differential relay. So these are some problems associated with the differential protection. Okay, so protection against the, how we can protect our transformer against the overfluxing. Okay, so this is a new topic. Magnetic flux of transformer increases when voltage increasing, resulting in an increased iron loss and magnetizing current, subsequently hitting of transformer core and core bolts. Okay, so hence protection against the overfluxing at the time of sustained overvoltage is provided in large transformer. Reduction in the frequency also increase the flux density, resulting in an increased iron losses and magnetizing current. Subsequently, heating of transformer core and bolts. Okay, so we cannot reduce the frequency because it increase the flux density. So flux in transformer is proportional by voltage by frequency ratio, and the generator transformer suffers from over generator transformer generally suffers from overfluxing, most probably when the transformer is open circuited with generator field energized. Okay, so speed of generator substantially below the synchronous speed, and field regulator is trying to bring voltage to rated value, and this action results in a large V by F ratio and hence flux. Okay, so it increase the V by F ratio and also increase the flux. Okay, so basic operating principle of relay used for protection against the overfluxing is to provide AC voltage proportional to the V by F ratio. When the peak of AC signal exceeds the DC reference, the relay start operating. Generally, 10% of overfluxing is allowed. Hence, the when V by F exceeds the 1.1, overfluxing protection operates. And overfluxing does not require instantaneous tripping time lag, but relay operates after 1 to 2 minutes if overfluxing is persist. Okay, so now this is for the overfluxing protection. Now we have another kind of protection, which is a protection against the overheating of transformer. Okay, so overheating of transformer winding or oil occurs due to the sustained overload, short circuit, overfluxing, failure of cooling system, blocking of radiator, oil leakage, short circuit between the core lamination and bolt insulation failure. Okay, so these are the causes for overheating, and thermal overload relay and temperature relay are used for this protection against the overheating. So resistance temperature detector RTD or thermocouples are fixed near each winding. When temperature increase above a set limit, it gives an audible alarm. If corrective steps are not executed within a short time, certain value of temperature has been reached, trip signal is given to the circuit to isolate the transformer. Okay, so first it will give a alarm, and if any corrective action or corrective steps are not taken, then it will give trip signal to the circuit breaker. Okay, so typical setting for a oil temperature are air fans switched on. So to over, or we can say that to to not increase the temperature, to maintain the temperature within the preset limit, we done some typical settings for oil temperature. Okay, so first what we do, air fans is switched on when temperature is reached at the 60 ounce Celsius. Okay, when temperature is reached at the 70 degrees Celsius, then at that time we turn on the oil pumps. Okay, we turn on the oil pumps. When temperature is reached at the 85 degree, then at that time we make the then automatically audible or visual alarm is blown. Then if temperature is reached at 95 degree, then trip signal to the circuit breaker is issued. Okay, so for oil filled transformer, and oil thermometer is provided with the alarm that gives an audible warning to the operator in control room when oil temperature exceeds the safe limit, and sometimes gives a signal to start cooling fan. It is located to monitor the temperature of hottest oil area in the transformer tank, and as a transformer oil has a higher time constant, this oil temperature measurement cannot be used as a full detection. Okay, so for winding temperature measurement, bulb is fixed near the winding and hot circulating oil surrounds this thermometer bulb. A small heater is connected across the CT secondary to heat the bulb, and heat transfer to bulb is depend on the load current and temperature of oil near the winding. Thermometer is designed and adjusted to match its characteristics with the heating curve of the transformer winding. So this is how we can provide the protection against the temperature, okay, against the overheating of transformer. So this is it for today. In next lecture we will discuss about the protection against the magnetizing inrush current of transformer. So if you have any kind of doubt, then you can comment it down.